Shove it in your mouth.
I'll be right back. No.
Okay.
Hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. So, I don't know what he's doing, but we just got back from Boston and we ran through the McDonald's drive-in. So, I'm going to show you what Charlie is going to be eating while he talks to you. It's a fillet of fish, I think, with fries. So, hi, Jamie. Charlie just ran upstairs to go get something. I have absolutely no idea. He waited until we went live, and then, hi, Laura. And then he's like, I'll be right back, and he went upstairs. So I have no idea. So I think what he wants to do is talk about the cancer meeting at Dana-Farber. And then he told me to quickly put together 3 things that... What?
You have all the info and stuff?
What info?
For the...
No, we don't need to do that.
You
We're
don't?
live. Laura and Jamie's on. Oh, I see. He's brought the battery pack.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Yeah, we're having McD's for supper. I inhaled mine in the car.
I
He ate my fries on the
Sorry.
way.
Alright, so let me pull this up
All
here.
right, we're pulling up it on the computer so we can read the comments better. Maybe raviolis from a can. Yeah,
Hey, Eric.
kids have
Hi,
that.
Jamie. Hi, Laura. Supposedly 5 people watching. I don't know who.
Do we count as one?
6 watching. I don't know.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody. Oh,
Yeah.
we're over here.
Yeah. I only see half of you.
Hi.
Yes, we had McD's.
We have these. Forgive me. I'm...
What's he doing? That's his name.
Here you-
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know, but I can't see. I can't read. Someone just said something. So, we went to see Dana-Farber today to find out what is going to be the treatment for Charlie's particular cancer. And we have good news.
Some good news, yeah.
There's
It's
some
all
good news, yeah. You want to tell them about it? No?
I'm eating.
Okay,
You
so
you do.
okay, all right. So the good news is that he is able to get radiation instead of chemo. So that is good.
So we get to do radiation
yeah.
instead of chemo. It's an actual choice this time.
Yeah, last time he
Right.
was not given the choice of the radiation due to the I don't know, the size of the tumors, and plus he had surgery and everything like that. So yeah, so he is why not both? If you talk about the cancer, because I haven't, you need to stop reading the comments. You can either do radiation or chemo. You can't do both. I don't know if that's just because of his particular cancer.
Well, you don't do both at the same time. It's either
No.
one treatment, and then if that doesn't work, do the other treatment or whatever.
Yep.
So, yeah, so we're talking to the doctor today. It wasn't an option after the first time because the sheer size of the tumors that they had to remove
Yeah.
and the sheer area of the entire operation and the scar tissue and all the stuff that was involved. Radiation wasn't a viable option last time. So this time it's just a small tumor. It's in the same place as the old tumors, and it's isolated, and it hasn't
Yeah.
spread up here and hasn't gone anywhere else. So they are very, very confident that it is treatable with radiation instead of having to go with the chemo.
So basically, this was his tumor before, and when they removed it, you see this part right here?
2 tumors.
Yeah, right. That section here regrew, so now there's a new tumor growing off of the section that they cut. So, but yeah, so they're gonna do radiation from like his belly button down his right side of his stomach and into like the groin area.
Yeah.
It is 3.5 weeks of radiation, Monday through Friday. The bad news is that because he's a special case, and he's old. See, I can say that because he's got his mouth full. can't object.
Mhm.
That they need to be careful and they need I don't know, they want to make sure that they have control over it and stuff, and they don't trust other radiation places to do it. So last time he was at hi.
Hi.
We're doing our live thing. So last year, hi
I was
Sophie.
watching. Did you see me in the comments?
Oh yeah,
No.
I saw someone say Sophie. I was wondering why. You want to come sit?
Sure.
So we're telling everyone. My mother is behind the camera, and here's
Mhm.
Sophie. So he's gonna do radiation.
Oh, good.
It's gonna be 3.5 weeks, and
Mhm.
it's Monday through Friday.
Wow,
the
every
ba-
single day.
Every single day, Monday through
Worcester?
Friday.
No.
Out
No.
there.
They want him to go to Boston because it's a specialized case.
It's a specialized
And-
radiation program.
Yeah.
They said they're going to have to tailor directly to me, and they want to make sure that they can stay on top of it. There is an option of maybe doing it in
Milford.
Milford instead.
Yeah.
But we have to mention that
Yeah,
to the people
Because
first.
there's also a Dana-Farber branch in Milford.
Oh.
So
So
we might
I-
be able
so
to do it. So
we
hopefully
might be able to,
it might
yeah.
be better. It might be better for it. So we'll see. Let's say hi to everybody who's
Yeah.
on here.
Yes. Oh, you gotta
Hi,
do
Jamie.
your chat
Hi,
check?
Eric.
You gotta do your chat check?
Chat check.
Chat
Doodle-a-doodle-a-doodle-a-doo. You gotta
Sponsored
twist it.
by.
You gotta
Sponsored
twist it
boy.
and turn it.
Sorry. Sponsored
All
by.
right.
More sunshine, please.
You
Hey,
ruined all of my Legos.
John Osegueda Vlogs. JK McCrave TV. Welcome. Welcome, Sophie.
Hi.
Let's
Yeah, I was
see.
watching you guys in the car right here.
Hey, Jamie. Hey, Bax. Welcome.
Careful.
The tumor is pretty much below the belly button, but right in the middle of his body. So they are not going to do a biopsy because of the location.
Yeah,
It's too risky, and we've
it's
talked
toward the
to
back
3 or
and
4 different doctors already, and they all feel it is the same
It's
cancer
just not worth it.
coming
yeah,
back.
It's not
The
worth
risks,
it.
yeah.
Put the cat down.
She was killing my Legos.
Put the cat down. Put the cat
It's making
down.
noises.
She's been
So-
making noises. She's not happy when she does
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
go get ready for dance, please.
Mhm.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Sophie's gotta get ready for
Bye,
dance.
Get the
Sophie.
cats on their
Okay.
feet, Sammy.
We can do that when we're
We,
done.
no, we don't feed Sammy till like 10 at night.
Yeah,
Oh,
we do it
okay.
before bed. So
Um,
okay.
So,
Will you
Chris.
be able to bring her to dance
Chris.
if you
Yeah.
don't mind? Okay.
Come on,
We'll pick her up.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Sorry.
on to, and I said Bax and JKM Crave TV. JKM.
No. You usually don't do clinical trials unless there's no other option because you're pretty much a guinea pig.
We asked them just in case
We
if there's
did.
any clinical trials that were that would be specific to my case, and
There was.
hopefully the guy said no.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do, but there's nothing that he thought would be good for me at the moment,
So
which is fine. I'm
Yeah.
fine with radiation, and they gave us
you're gonna move over.
according to
Not that
according
close.
okay, they're the chemo and the radiation, same percentages, same success rate.
85%.
85% we're looking at.
And that was the number that they gave to you when you had the tumors taken out 2 years ago. Was 85%.
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through the entire radiation treatment, and we are going to fish fingers and custard treatment. That's what we got to do.
Oh.
It's
I'll
proven.
have to call the cancer doctor. Say,
Doctor number 11 said fish fingers and custard, definitely.
I write that down.
Hey Dan, how you doing? Welcome, buddy.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the radiation, which is good news.
Yeah.
No needles, no IVs.
Unless you
we
not
might
drink.
need some meds for
Nausea.
nausea.
Yeah.
But that's about it. The rest of it is just sitting down, laying down, letting the machine do its radiation
Yeah.
pops, and it's just They're on the table for like 15 minutes, they said.
Yeah.
The biggest pain in the butt is if we have to go into Boston, that's going to be a big pain in the butt.
Right. That's going to be the biggest challenge because when we went there, your GPS doesn't work because of the tall buildings.
Yeah, it took us, well, we got home like at 5 or 7. We were running around.
Yeah.
And we left there around 4:40.
Yeah.
So over 2 hours easily.
Yeah.
And,
To get home.
Which is a pain because it was right during rush hour, and I'm gonna have to do my radiation treatments at the end of the day so that it's less, so it's not affecting work and whatnot. I can leave work a little bit early, go to my treatments, and then it's best that way. Then I have the rest of the night off. I can go home and sleep or rest and whatever because you're gonna be feeling tired and drawn down and slightly nauseous. And I'm hoping that by the time the next morning comes around, I'm better to go back to work and do it all over again for 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play it by ear because we don't know how he's gonna be because he has such a difficult time with chemo. Hopefully, the radiation is not even anything close. Well, they made it sound like it's not even anything close to what we've
Rob
done.
Fuzz, hello, Rob Fuzz. I think is that the first time you're on our seeing us, Rob? Welcome to the channel, man. Great to see you.
So-
I always see you, but now you see us. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but Boston's nice.
is beautiful when you're in there at a leisurely pace.
Yes.
But when
Yes.
you're at their rush hour and you're going
People
in,
crossing the streets, not even on crosswalks, they just will jot
afraid
out
of
at
killing
you.
like 300 people.
Mm.
It's like, did you like, are you gonna stop? You're not gonna stop, or and then you can't see them. And this right now,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
snow everywhere in Boston too, and it's just
Yeah,
mess.
so it's like a free for all.
It's a big mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So, anyways, that's pretty much the lowdown on the.
Yep. So the next thing
Good
we have
stuff.
to do is we have to go back. Most likely it will be next week.
Next week which is why the title, I get mapped next week. So that's why I put the title.
my
Everyone
God,
is
I
a
just
mapping place.
You were
mapping
singing that on the way
place.
home.
That's
What are you doing?
ode to the
Oh yeah.
Splash Mountain place.
So they're gonna do these little
No.
tattoo things all over.
Hey Jim,
his
welcome,
area.
welcome, buddy. So next week I get mapped. Hopefully, they're gonna get. I'm gonna get my first tattoos. They're gonna get a little dot on this. Oh, let me see. Stand up. A
He
little
said-
dot over here and a little dot
And
over
then
here,
here too.
and then
Yeah.
some needle thingies over.
Yes, needle
It's
pricks.
that way, once we start the radiation, they just have to let the machinery zoom in on the tattoos,
Yeah.
and then they position you right, and then they start blasting.
Yep. So next
So-
week is the mapping, and then we will leave that appointment with our first radiation appointment, which most likely will be the following week. So in 2 weeks he'll be starting radiation. Like it's a Monday through Friday, so it'll have to be on a Monday when they start it because they
Yeah.
don't do it on weekends.
So next week mapping. Hopefully
The
the
following
week after that, maybe start
Right.
start zapping it all away.
So
and
if-
then
yeah.
hopefully, total of 5 weeks. So we're talking, what is it? March, middle of
March,
March,
yeah.
April. Maybe by the end of April.
Yeah.
Maybe. Awesome.
So that will give him all of May.
All of May and,
And
a couple weeks in June,
June.
to get all prepped up for our Disney trip.
Right.
Hooray!
Right.
Isn't that awesome? That's way better than
So
the chemo option,
so-
that's for sure.
So, do we have to throw away your Disney 2-year cancer-free pin?
don't know.
You start at square one.
Anybody know
You'll be-
cancer etiquette? I don't know. Do we have to start from zero again? Do we do?
Because you were cancer-free for
I
a
was-
year and 11 months.
Yeah, I don't know.
And now, but technically you probably weren't because technically your cancer cells are still in your body. So
Okay.
technically you never were.
So are we done with the depressing
Yeah.
update? Because
All right.
we had some fun stuff tonight too.
Yes.
We're trying to make it really quick because in the what I'm not a good guy for choosing words, but along the same lines of the stressful day that we've had today, we've come up with our favorite lists in each park, our top 3 favorite places to de-stressify.
Should we do a chat check before we get
Yeah,
into
let's do a
it?
check check. Ready? Let's do a
Right.
check check. And this is in honor of our best buddy, Jim. Wait a second. Bing! I believe you were missing the bing last night, buddy.
Yeah, the live stream.
Hey, Rob, that's high-tech stuff right there if you're still here.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, Chris is here. Hey, Chris. Awesome to see you. Welcome, Jim.
I know
Welcome,
Jim is just shaking his head
Laura.
right now.
Disney Dan was here. Jet Check, yes. Jet Check, sponsored by More Sunshine, Please.
Yes, check 'em out.
Yeah. All right, so what we wanted to do is we have our 3 most de-stressing places or things in each park.
Yeah.
So to reduce your stress, to relax and take in the moment, right? Right.
So
All right.
Charlie had all day up to his appointment
I did not.
to work on his, and I threw mine together like 5 minutes ago.
So where did you want to start? Which park? Let's start with
Well,
the
first
worst
of
and
all,
start with
I'm
the-
going to say that my most de-stressing place is on my hotel balcony
That's right. It's not
at
in
the
a park at all.
boardwalk or at Animal Kingdom.
As long as it's a hotel with a balcony,
With a
we're
balcony,
doing fine. Yeah.
yes, that is my overall distressing, but I was not given that option. So,
I have my Brookhart supper. If anybody watches the Brookharts, they also eat McDonald's, so don't judge me.
all right. So you want to do Magic Kingdom?
If you want to.
All right, let's do Magic Kingdom first. Those I didn't. I was able to put together. I had a couple that I had issues
You're okay. So let's
with.
list.
Do these have to be in order, or can?
We can do whatever you
Okay,
like.
all right. I'm gonna just throw my first one out there. The People Mover, the TTA, Tomorrowland Transit Authority.
Now we're talking to Jim says, so you talked about your mapping place. Now let's talk about our napping place. Or a relaxing,
A relaxing place.
Zen place.
Yes.
Oh.
So yeah, so I could ride. I think that's gonna be on my bucket list once, where I stay on that ride
Yeah.
all day.
What's that?
The Tomorrowland Transit Authority.
The people. Yeah.
Railway People Mover.
That's right. That's a good
That's
one.
my ultimate, where you could
That's a
just
good one.
you could totally just relax. It just like
That's true. It's
you
no
know,
stress. You
There's
just sit
no
there.
stress.
The line
and
is
you feel
barely
the
even long,
wind.
and if it is long, it's fast moving
Yeah, it just
and it's
flows.
really
and,
nice. Yes, that's.
and the
I'm gonna have to
talking-
tell you that's my number 1 too, People Mover.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much a shout out to Resort TV1, Josh and Jenna, whose also's favorite is the People Mover.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
And then
they love it.
Paging Mr. Morrow. That's from
Aging
the
Murray,
Way
yeah,
People
they
Mover.
love that. Yep, they do.
So, okay,
Yes. So my number 2. Want me to go first this time?
sure, go ahead.
Is again, I think I have unconventional things up here, but playing checkers on Tom Sawyer's Island.
Oh, so you,
Playing checkers on Tom Sawyer's Island, you get to
Yeah.
escape to the island. It's nice and covered, and you get to watch the boat go by. And maybe if you're on the side, you get to watch the train, the runaway train, the Big Thunder Mountain train go by.
Yeah.
Man, come on! And I get to whoop my kids' butts at checkers.
yeah, you play
the
checkers
same
with
time,
with Sophie.
so.
So I don't do the checkers.
I like
so.
that.
I mean, you know, truthfully, Tom Sawyer's Island did come in mind, but my number 2 is watching the parades. When you sit in the front where the rope comes like this, and you sit on the
That
ground.
depends on who you're surrounded by. You have a bunch of
True.
pushy, grumpy people and
Yeah.
stuff, man. That could be.
But
more
I'm thinking
stressful.
of
Yeah.
Frontierland, where we sit, we get there early enough, and we sit, and we don't have people like hovering over us,
Yeah.
and you get to watch the parade. I like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
I'll
the
give it to
electrical
you.
parade that they don't have
Yeah.
anymore. The
They
Halloween
don't have
parade.
anymore.
You know?
The Spectral Magic Parade
Yeah.
that they don't have anymore.
So I like that. I like doing that. I know. I know. All right. What's your number
Yeah.
2?
Number 3
Oh, your number 3. That's right.
is okay. So over by the Crystal Palace, okay, there's a bridge that starts to go over by Adventureland. And on that bridge, you have the view of the castle. View of the castle.
You're in range of your
and
beeper
then you're
for
over this.
Crystal
You're
Palace.
over this little lake, with a nice green
That's
embankment,
true.
and you have lots of ducks
Ducks. All the
everywhere.
ducks,
So
yeah.
that brings me to watching ducks in front of the castle.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, one of
Yeah,
my
One of
favorite
your favorite things.
de-stressing things in Magic Kingdom.
So my third one is Haunted Mansion.
De-stressing?
Because you're sitting in the dune buggy and you just listening, and it's all got cool sounds and everything. And then when you go back into the cemetery, it makes you just kind of, it forces your body to relax. It's just like,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
here, you know?
Okay.
And I think because Haunted Mansion makes me really feel like I'm in Magic Kingdom and
Mm.
on vacation, I think it helps do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw It's a Small World came to mind too, but I know a lot of people don't like It's a Small World.
Well, Laura
So
likes then Liberty Square behind the shops, a little nook where they have benches off of the Sleepy Hollow Bridge. Yes, I know that.
in that area
yes.
where they do the Muppet
That's
Show
nice
now,
too. No,
No?
behind. I
Oh,
think she says
okay.
behind.
where they have the little
nook.
gazebo where
I think where they
Tiana
have that Tiana.
and
Yeah, Tiana. is.
Okay,
I think that's
yeah.
what she's talking about there. Yes.
Sophie needs the print signature.
Yeah. Chris agrees with me. There's nothing de-stressing about those pop-up ghosts, especially if you're sitting next to Sophie and she doesn't like riding that ride with me. But yeah, he knows. Yeah.
Alright.
And you asked that poor little dog there if that's distressing.
Well,
in the
you asked what
cemetery.
distressed me, not what the
Yeah.
dog.
Okay.
Problem is the keeper doesn't feed the dog. I don't understand why the dog is so skinny.
Yes, behind the Christmas tree shop. I think that's what Laura was
Okay,
talking about.
yeah. Okay.
So we moving on to Epcot.
Yeah. For my number 3, that was hard. I didn't know, so I filled it in with the Haunted Mansion. Okay, yeah, Epcot. Okay, my Epcots are not in particular order,
Okay.
but I'll just go with what I wrote down.
Don't
for
tell
number
me.
one.
You tell them. They're the ones
Well, no,
who are all
okay.
disappointing that you didn't put enough effort into this challenge thing.
Sorry. When I was at work, I worked. When he was at work,
I worked.
he made his list.
That's no.
Okay? So,
no.
and after this,
No.
I had to go to the computer and do more work.
Oh.
Because of how I had to go to your appointment.
You're not distressifying me right now. You are stressifying me right now.
Okay, so one of my things that I love that we do in Epcot is I get ice cream at the trading post, and we sit at the little tables across with the umbrellas. And we
Jim, you sit at those tables. I've seen you sit
Yes,
there.
we
Yeah,
saw a vlog with you
yeah,
sit there.
yeah,
We sat at the exact same table, and we people watch, and I like just it forces you to kind of stop and settle and relax, you know.
Yes.
And you get ice cream too. So that's a bonus.
I didn't think of that place.
Oh well, that's things for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, mine, this one, I put pretty much any park bench overlooking Showcase Lagoon.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of close, but mine's not looking over the lagoon.
Well, you
Because
gotta
I think-
overlook
don't
the
you have the
lagoon.
rocks?
That's where the peaceful thing is.
I know,
That's
but I
what
don't think the
peace
tables
is.
are right there, are they?
Well, the
I don't know.
qualified. Well, they have benches that look
Alright.
overlook
Well,
there.
mine ice cream, his did not. So mine's better.
Okay, I'll give you that one. That's for sure. Wait a second. Any park bench where I'm sitting eating ice cream.
Yeah, that's not what you wrote down.
Overlooking Showcase Lagoon. All right. What's your number 2? You want
My
to go
number 2, go ahead, you do your number 2.
All right. Number 2 is watching the model trains in Germany.
Yeah, that's
Hooray! What? Come on! What?
All right.
That's pretty nice. You
Mine's
just sit there and you
better.
get to watch them go around, and you get to watch them go. Okay.
All right, my number 2 is Spaceship Earth. Riding Spaceship Earth.
Riding Spaceship Earth. Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very relaxing, and you
Yes.
just chug along, and you have lots to look at.
and
And
it's
you get to go
educational,
backwards too, and you get to feel the.
and it's educational.
It is educational.
And,
All facts.
all facts, including alphabet facts.
Laura says Spaceship Earth is her number 1. And I bet you my ice cream thing is her number 2.
Really? Germany. Oh, see, Disney World Adventures. Chris agrees
likes
with
the
me.
trains,
Germany. Germany's my favorite pavilion. Yes, mine too. Chris. Yeah.
All right,
There we
number
go.
3.
Number 3 in Epcot. Watching the koi fish in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty nice. Especially if you have a kakigori and you're just sitting there
Yes.
watching the joy. And I'm talking about pretty much that whole garden area
whole
that
garden
goes up
area.
to
I
the
didn't even
side.
think
You're
of
walking
that.
along those little paths. That's very.
Mm.
That's very. I dropped my list.
Uh-oh.
I'm on Distressify. All right.
All right, my number 3 is Living with the Land.
Living
I
with
love the boat
that's
ride.
good too. Yeah, yeah.
I love
yeah,
the
I
boat
give it to ya.
ride, and every time I think of Living with the Land, I think of my dad in the wheelchair,
Yeah.
and Avery in the exact same outfit
Sitting
as my
on his
father.
lap,
So when first thing I think about Living with the Land is my father, and it's just so nice, and I love going into the greenhouses, and
That's cool. Yes.
so that it does have some fish.
All right. Before we finish the last two, let's
Okay.
do a chat check. Nope. I knew I needed to chat one more time. Bing. There you go. Hey,
So
we
Rob
got
Fuzz loves
Rob
the
Fuzz,
land,
welcome. Steve's World, welcome. More sunshine, please. He likes most of the stuff I like.
yes.
And Disney World Adventures, he likes me better too.
Hey, come on,
All right, you can have Laura and Jamie. They like you. Better.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Anybody else? Nope. Doesn't look like it. And yep, we already mentioned everybody else. So, all right. So let's move on to MGM.
MGM. Okay, so MGM, I told
Hollywood Studios.
I totally winged it. I couldn't think of anything, truthfully.
Really?
Yeah. So I just
Wow, you winged it.
I did. So, I kind of wrote more of like, I don't know.
Well, let's start.
All right. So I said like seeing the characters. Like I like walking through and seeing the characters, like all of them though, like all the Star Wars ones and Chewbacca and Kylo Ren.
Really?
And
Do I have
I
to
don't know if it's
create?
de-stressing though.
Do I have to create another sheet that says lame? That was lame.
I
Come
know,
on.
I couldn't think of anything.
I see characters.
I couldn't think of anything that
Well, at least you
de-stresses
didn't
me.
say. At least you didn't say
There's
the,
nothing in
the actor characters on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah,
Those aren't
no.
distressing.
I
All
get
right.
well. Okay, how about this? Is it the March of Order? How do
March
you,
of the First Order.
that? Okay.
De-stressifying.
Yeah, they're so awesome.
Captain
Are you
Plasma wants to
kidding?
kill everybody.
Well, I like that.
Okay.
So yeah, so that was what I was thinking about, and then also seeing the other characters too.
Okay. Well, I put a little bit more effort into my
Yeah,
list.
because I was working.
Mine is sitting on the bench on Hollywood Boulevard. It used to be the bench outside of the villain place, but we used to get the snacks
When do
from
we
the
sit
snack
on that
corner.
bench?
We always sit on that bench, and that's how
Only
much
if we
she
get
cares.
food.
She doesn't even care to notice when we're sitting on a nice bench taking in. Oh, find me. Go ahead, next one.
Okay, again.
Yep.
All right, I don't know if I wrote Aerosmith.
I don't think you caught the purpose of this vlog.
I couldn't think of it.
Who de-stressifies
You know,
on
well, just- you're
Aerosmith?
sitting there, and then you get shot out. Like all the stress gets shot right out of you. Like
Do you-
I don't think of anything while
Do
I'm
you
on that
agree
ride.
with that, people? You agree with that? Let her know.
Like
Do
Aerosmith
you agree
isn't
with that?
stressful.
Hey, Adams Land, welcome. Welcome to the vlog. All right, so my second one, is strolling through the Walt Disney thing where he has all of his old artwork and all of his
Oh yeah.
movie things. That's distressifying, and
No, that's not
especially if you
distressifying
are,
for me.
it gets you out of the rain. That's where we always go when we're
that's
out of the
the only
rain.
thing.
We go there and we relax and we chill out, and even Avery likes looking at the models.
I know. I
and-
get impatient when I'm in there. I feel like I have to do stuff and stopping, and where we've seen that stuff before, it's like I've already seen it. But I don't
Impatient.
know.
Impatient. All right.
I don't
And what's
know.
your next? one?
Okay, what are we doing? I'm in jam again. Okay. So the only reason why I picked this ride is because I'm sitting, not doing anything. Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. Because you just sit there and you watch, and you're
Okay.
not really doing much. So it's a time to relax and just kind of take a break in the shade and stuff.
Watching people trying to murder my favorite hero of all time, Indiana Jones, and that's distressifying for you.
Yeah. Sophie got to say lights, camera, action.
Yeah, she did.
She
She was one of
did.
those lights, camera, action
Yeah.
ladies in the at the beginning.
Yeah, it was funny. They're asking, "You think you'll be able to do that?" And she's like, "Oh yeah."
Oh
yeah, I've done more than
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Say 3 words.
Yeah, MGM I had a hard time
Yeah.
coming up with de-stressifying things, but then my last one I wrote was pretty much checking out all the handprints and stuff in front of the Chinese theater where the people put their handprints and you get to
actually-
see all the
Okay, so that I would say the Great Movie Ride would be a good one for us, but it doesn't exist anymore.
that don't exist anymore.
So that was probably that would probably been my one and only distressor, and they removed it. So thank you, Disney. But everything else is like Tower Terror does not distress me. I love the Aerosmith and the feeling, so that might be good. But
See,
What else?
Jim likes sitting in the eating area along Sunset Boulevard listening to the 40s music. I like
Okay.
that too. Oh, what happened?
I have to do Sophie.
Dance it out, Sophie. Just dance it out.
Is this clean or what?
Interruption. We have what is it? Wardrobe issues with Sophie. He's prepped for her dance class.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake wardrobe. Justin Timberlake and who was it? Janet Jackson or whoever.
No, not that type of wardrobe.
What are you talking about?
Malfunction.
Dance.
Stacy has to do Sophie's hair quickly. All right. So, anyways, now we're on the Animal Kingdom. I'm gonna go first.
Bye, guys.
All right.
I'm leaving.
Bye. Have a good
All
time.
right, Sophie.
Drive carefully.
My mom's taking Sophie to dance. Okay.
My Animal Kingdom. My
Animal
first thing. We have 3 more left, and then we're gonna call it quits because we have.
I have to do work.
Yeah. But we have to watch the other guys. Mouse Talk.
Oh
It's
yeah, that's
starting up
right.
soon.
7:30.
So sitting by the lake by the Flame Tree Barbecue and eating our lunch down by the lake
Yeah.
with Everest in the background. That's a good distressing place for me. De-stressing place for me, not
Yeah.
distressing.
My number 1 is the Flame Tree Barbecue, where we go down and sit there.
Really? Ah,
Because it forces us to eat pretty good food, you know.
we
get
like the food. We like the
chicken
barbecue
and the
there.
beans and the coleslaw and all that.
Jamie likes the Lion King show. Yeah,
Yeah, Charlie's not big on those
I'm not
shows.
big on the Lion King show.
We
for
did
some
do it
reason.
one time, and
We
it
did
was
do
really
yeah, we did do
good.
it. That's good. It's
We
just,
did Nemo once.
I
That
know how-
was I felt like Lion King was better than Nemo.
I know how it ends, so it kind of gets boring.
So yeah, so that's my thing too. It forces us to slow down and eat as a family, and 'cause we don't do that much here.
Then, so my second one
Yeah, sure. Go
is
ahead.
strolling through the jungle treks. I like the jungle treks. And
Yep.
there's nature and there's nice animals and
There's
lovely
nature.
things and birds and stuff. And we get to go in at our own pace and you just
Yeah.
distressify. As long as it's not too
Mhm.
hot, it's nice.
I find it a little stressing about the birds potentially pooping on me.
Mm.
But other than that,
Have you
okay.
been pooped on yet in that place?
No, I've been pooped on at the what do you call it?
Dixieland.
Dixie Landings. I was 7 months pregnant with Avery, and it was cold. It was like December time. We had our coats on, and a bird pooped on me.
Hi, Soph.
So yeah. So my number 2 is the safari ride.
Safari ride.
I like the safari ride.
Really?
You know, it's
That's pretty
I
good.
don't know, I like it. I
definitely-
like looking
that.
at the
I'll give you that
I like to
one.
look at the animals, and I have to take pictures of the same animals over and over and over again. And
Yeah.
that helps me distress.
Yes.
Okay, what's your number 3?
So my last one at Animal Kingdom is towards the entrance of the park. As you're walking in, you have the 2 paths to go, and there's all these areas that are filled with all the animals that pretty much probably get overlooked because everyone's trying to rush to get into the park. But you have an aardvark there, you have different types of birds,
Oh,
and you
yeah,
have
the
other things
anteater.
there. Yeah, aardvark, anteater, same thing.
Eater, no, they're totally different animals.
Anteater there
Yes.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I like that area to chill out too.
Yeah.
So that's,
We don't spend a lot of
Okay.
time there though.
we don't spend a lot of time
We
there. but
have
we
to look
spend
for every
some time.
animal because Avery's big on the animals, but
Yeah.
and they had a new anteater last year because was it Annie had passed?
Yeah.
She
the
passed
anteater
away
had passed.
before. Okay, so my number 3 is the jungle tracks.
All right.
So
And we know why, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
yeah, you can relax and just go through that at your own pace. I like that too. You get to see
Well,
different
the Tree of
things.
Life too. Yes, we used to walk through those paths and look for all the different.
But there was not much shade.
I don't know. I just didn't like it when they put Tarzan back there. I find Tarzan creepy, and then we stopped doing that pretty much. But
I don't think Tarzan's there anymore. I don't know.
yeah.
We'll have to look. But
Anyways, so I think we're gonna wrap things up because
Yes.
we just wanted to de-stressify a little bit after our trip into Boston.
ooh, the
And,
Navi River. Songs of Navi River. I didn't even think of the
Navi
Banshee. The
River,
Banshee.
Man, she's not de-stressifying. Don't even try to tell me that Flight of Passage is de-stressifying.
And what about Cali Rivers? I guess I could stress a little bit about getting wet, but I don't know. I just look for things that are
both
just
relaxing,
flowy.
de-stressifying, not.
Okay. Well, if you want me to relax and de-stressify, find me a balcony.
Balcony on the boardwalk
With some
or
cheese
somewhere
and
like
crackers
that.
and fruit.
So, thank you all for listening to
Yes.
our update and for our de-stressifying list.
Yes.
So it looks like our plans for this trip are still on, which is awesome.
Yes.
So we'll be down June 22nd through July 7th.
Yep.
Once we start booking once the fast passes become available, we're gonna start booking some fast passes, and we're hoping maybe we can meet up with some people, maybe do some rides, maybe grab a bite to eat or ice cream or something like that, and hopefully, that'll be awesome.
Yep.
And meeting up with people, at least get some pictures, maybe if you're antisocial and just want to get a picture with us, that'll be awesome too. Because I'm kind of a hermit too. But I would love to meet up with
Yeah,
people, maybe
that'd
do
be
some
cool.
rides, maybe do test track or something with
Yeah.
people and
Or
whatnot.
can you even just get a
So
quick
definitely
bite to eat or something?
let us know,
Yeah.
and we'll let you know as time gets closer that what our fast passes are and what our plans are. All right.
Yeah.
So good night, Jim. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you for stopping by,
Yeah.
and we'll catch you next time. All right. Good night.